I'm Christine, the anxious beginner. And that's Palais, our fearless captain. Together, we've bought a 45-foot sailboat, and we're ready for an adventure.
If you recall, last episode, our throttle jammed while we were anchored off an uninhabited island. We made some questionable repairs and limped into Salt Spring, where we will ride out some storms and try to make some more permanent repairs.
The throttle assembly removed. Now let's see what we can figure out. I'll show you guys how it's supposed to work, then we'll see if we can figure out how to take it apart and find out what the problem is. This side here is the front. So the way it's normally supposed to work is that this button is popped out, and when you that's it here. Just wasn't rotated the right place. So normally the button's supposed to be out further than it is right now. Here it's only like the width of my finger. It's supposed to be like 2 finger widths. And when it's in that position and you move the throttle forward, it would both throttle up the engine as well as put it in gear. So when it's working properly and the button's popped out properly, this piece here has a linkage connected to it. Can't see it from that angle. This piece has a linkage connected here, and this is supposed to rotate back and forth to engage and disengage the gears. And this piece here has a linkage, and this rotates back and forth to adjust the speed of the throttle. And you can see if I push the button in and I rotate the handle, you can see this piece here rotates back and forth, and that's controlling just the throttle. But if the button's popped all the way out like it's supposed to, this piece here is supposed to rotate, which would rotate this lever arm, and that would control the gear shift. But for some reason this button doesn't pop out completely. It only pops out halfway. And when it's in that halfway position, it won't rotate the throttle or shift the gear. So there's probably a dog or something inside here that's stuck and it's preventing it from popping all the way out. And so I'm hoping, because this thing seems to be assembled with rivets, but maybe there's a way I can unscrew these pieces and get inside there to try and clean it up. I don't know, maybe it's just not supposed to come apart.
Just have to buy a new piece.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the storms have passed, it's a nice, beautiful day to poke around. First, we're going to go to the fuel dock and pick up some fuel for the generator and the boat, since we can't really take it to the dock. And we're going to spend, I think, another week while we're waiting for that part here in Salt Spring. And then we're continue our way back north. It's a really beautiful day today after those storms. The water is smooth, as we always is. Yeah, and it's sunny. It is. So that's a wake, guys. That's a wake. It's not that rolly in here, but it is It's really nice. Alright, I think that we found the hiking trail. It does look pretty wooded and I kind of want to spend time in the sun, so I think it's short though. We do need our exercise. We're gonna go walk on it. Got a little bit winded coming up to it though. Alright, oh, here we go. We're gonna go on a hike. Oh, this is gonna be muddy. Bring my red shoes for this. Oh, if it's gonna be like that the whole way, I think we're not gonna do it because I'm wearing these shoes today. Didn't bring my rain boots. I brought my nice tennis shoes for walking. All those pretty autumn leaves have fallen down onto the trail, and it is quite the muddy, soppy mess. How we do with that? It doesn't look promising.
I mean, as soon as we get across this, it's okay, but...
Yeah, it does. I can see on the other side, but can we make it there without getting too muddy?
I don't think so.
Should we turn back? Ooh. I don't know. I might be stuck now. I think that's the last bit of dry that is within my foot range. What do you think, Pele? Do you see another step?
I think if we get high enough that way now...
You think over there is the ticket?
Got not just water, but the mud in my shoe.
Oh, yeah, Pele's not wearing good shoes for this either. His shoes actually have mesh, so stuff goes inside.
Do we give up?
I don't know. Can you step to that farther bit?
I mean, I could jump, but then if it's sinky, then go way in.
Yeah. Are you gonna do it?
No.
Okay. What about... I was gonna step like right next to where you stepped. Is that a good spot or no?
It's a good spot if you want to get mud in your shoes.
Alright, I think that's it, guys. Without getting muddy, we can't make it the rest of the trail. However, we are more than halfway up the trail. So, we're gonna have to go back. You have to really get up in these sticker bushes that lines the trail to not see. Getting back through that part is not too bad, and then the rest is like you can walk it. It's a little bit, but it's not that bad. It's amusing because I was literally just talking about how these shoes have held up pretty well, and because of the color they haven't gotten like that much dirt looking on them, and they've held up looking really nice for a couple of years now. I've had these shoes, and then right after that we go on this muddy hike. they're gonna look their years when we get done. All right, well, we made it out of the trail and we're heading back to run our other errands. We only got a little bit muddy. Hopefully my shoes will clean back up. It's funny that I was just talking about that. But yeah, so on to our other errands. What are we off to do right now? Well, Pele's gonna play in a ditch.
My entire childhood was playing the ditch. Two thumbs up.
2 thumbs up to the ditch pond. Yeah, it had nice water flow to it. We have a bunch of books that are going moldy on the boat, so we were gonna start dropping them off at little community libraries like this one, but this one's just children's books, and I don't think my psychology books on addictions and trauma are gonna be suitable for children. So I guess we won't be dropping any off here. I heard that the Saturday market wasn't happening, so I didn't even bother to look, but I guess some people continue to come here and set up their booths. So we got some cider and what, a rutabaga?
Yeah.
Some cider and a rutabaga. And now we're heading to get some groceries. Off our goods here in the dinghy and got our shopping bags.
Can the camera see underwater there?
I don't know. Let's see. Can the camera see? Yeah, I can see that. There's a big... I can see it. It's a big growth coming off the bottom of the dock. Lots of sea life here in the Pacific Northwest. In Salt Spring, the grocery is right next to the dinghy dock, so you basically just walk up the dinghy dock and here's the Thrifties. So that is very conveniently located, so we won't have to walk too far. But we also don't need to get a lot of groceries. Our twin! Alright, so we got our groceries, and now we're gonna head over to the fuel dock and get some fuel. Alright, the gluten-free fish and chips is a bust. So the gluten-free fish and chips here, they said the gluten-free option is grilled fish. Grilled fish is not fish and chips. It's not. I'm sorry. So, doesn't count. We're not getting that. So I think we're gonna rush to shore. There's a place that closes at 3 that has really good butter chicken. I think we're gonna get some butter chicken instead. We got 30 minutes to get there. Tacos, tacos, tacos. Tacos.
About our burritos.
Alright, so the other little place was closed, so we're getting tacos now. I guess it's good to try all the different local spots. So hopefully this is good. Tacos sounds great.
Tacos.
These are pretty good tacos.
Yay!
It's the right size.
Is it the right thing?
Looks like the same handle.
All right.
How high the button's supposed to come up. That's how high it's actually coming up.
Yep.
So here we are trying to assemble everything. This linkage here is for the throttle, and this linkage here is for the gear shift. And I was trying to figure out how I got the gear shift out here, because this linkage doesn't want to go back any further. And I finally realized that it's all the way in forward, and that's why. But I can't just push it back on it, so I need to go downstairs to the transmission and actually shift it into reverse so that I can poke it through there. That's going to be much easier to poke in there, but I can't hold the camera at the same time. So bought with the 2 linkages, and both linkages have their little slots. I just need to reattach these pieces here that I took off, and then connect these pins. Okay, got this brass pin on here. We got that one over here, which I'm gonna have to go back downstairs and shift that into neutral before I can get it on here. But first, let's put that other plate on here so we can connect the throttle. Get that gear connected. I need to shift this back to neutral. I think that's it. Now the linkage up top should line in with the hole. There we go. Now that lines up nicely. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. Not with one hand, but I should be able to wiggle it. Oh, there we go. Perfect. It's the moment of truth. I still need to actually bolt this to the hull, but we can find out if it's going to go into gear. Oh, look at that. Oh. I'm just going to blame the fact I'm one-handed here. Cross your fingers. Yeah. Reverse. Neutral. Forward. Let's try neutral throttle. Yeah. Smoothly in. Although this part is working fine. It wasn't the broken part. It's this one. Put it in gear. Oh, so nice. Yay! Okay. I think that's good for now. I'm going to take a break. We'll install these bolts later. Okay, it's time to finish attaching the throttle control. It was dark and cold last night, so I didn't actually screw it to the bulkhead so it wouldn't rattle around. And then this morning I had a terrible case of heartburn, so I've been trying to find a position to sit in that makes my stomach feel alright. But I'm feeling a bit better, so we're going to try and actually screw the throttle on, and then later on today we'll go into Gandy's marina where we can top up on water and take our garbage ashore and all the shore things that are much easier if you're at a marina.
We're gonna try it now. Alright, and
We gotta wait.
yep, and we're moving forward. Alright, forward works. Reverse. And we're coming up on the dinghy, so yep, that's reverse. So it works.
Ta-da! This is such a beautiful day for the winter. It's really sad that I have to work through most of these days, but Christine is just hauling up the anchor. We got a time lapse going, and then we'll tootle over into Gandy's harbor just over there.
To practice some docking, but there was a sneaky current that pushed me away from the dock, so I had to take a mulligan.
Moored, tied up, power plugged in.
It's slippery.
This particular finger is super slimy and slippery.
And it's at an angle, so
Yeah.
it's a little bit awkward.
It's like it's heeling in a high wind,
Yeah.
but it's not windy at all.
Now we're gonna go check out the amenities, the sweet marina amenities.
Yeah.
Like the Wi-Fi password, so I can upload videos for y'all, because time is ticking on that.
And we just realized there is people on this dock. We forgot to bring masks. We're going back to the boat. Get our masks.
If you liked this video, hit the thumbs up. And if you want to join us on the next adventure, hit subscribe.